Hey Loc babes, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a loctician here based in the state of Connecticut. So if you love all things locks and lifestyles, you better stay tuned. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about lock jewelry. As you can see, this is my new style. If you haven't checked out my style, I actually did this style on live a few days ago. So you can check my playlist for that live video. I did it with you guys. We started my hair with my locks down and we did this whole style. It took me a little longer than I anticipated it to, but probably because I was on live. But let me give you guys a full 360 of my head. Oops. I hope you can see the whole back. It is just bantu knots. And I accessorized it with these micro lock extensions that I have and some wooden beads on the ends. So I wanted to discuss today lock jewelry. So lock jewelry can add flair, culture, and personality to the lock styles that you have. There's so much lock jewelry out on the market. You can get beads, like I have here on my hair, wooden beads. You can use cuffs. It's just an open and close mechanism where you can just close it around your lock. You can use twine where you can wrap it around your lock. There are so many options and so many things for you to choose from. So just figure out which one will look better with the current style that you have. All right, so let's go through all of them. Let's first talk about beads. Beads can be made from wood, like this one, plastic, metal, anything. You just want to make sure that you get the bead that can fit your lock inside. So if you know your lock is way bigger than this, you'll need a bead that has an opening that's larger. This one was perfect for the extension hair that I use and for my micro locks as well. My micro locks can absolutely fit through this. But if your locks are larger, make sure you get a larger bead. You don't want to force your lock into it. Although I did that on my live, but this is not my hair. You don't want to force your actual lock into it because you don't want to cause damage at the end of your locks. All right, so now let's go into the cuffs. I have gold and I have silver. So the cuffs are just a piece of metal that you would just wrap around your lock. You want to be careful with this because like I said, this is metal and you don't want to cause damage to your scalp if you put them too close to your scalp or at the ends of your locks. So what you do, I can just give you an example. You just put it around your lock and you close it. That's it. Let's do one on this side too so you guys can see. And that's all. I actually might leave these on here. Which one do you guys like better? The silver one or the gold one? I think I might actually leave this on here. It looks kind of cute to me. You can use, like I said, twine. This is something else that you can just wrap around your lock to give it more personality. Just find a way that you can keep it on there and there you go. It's a beautiful accessory. All right, so let's get over the do's and the don'ts for lock jewelry because they are do's and don'ts. The first one is you don't want to overdo it. Every part of your hair should not have a piece of jewelry on it. You want to make sure that less is more. It's an accessory. It's not the style. You want to aim for a clean and balanced look. Focus on the quality of your accessories instead of the quantity of your accessories. Secondly, you want to be mindful of your lock health. Please do not use extremely heavy jewelry, extremely heavy accessories if your locks cannot withstand the weight. You also want to make sure that you are not doing anything at all to damage your locks, okay? So if you know that this metal is like ripping at your lock, maybe don't use this. Find something else to use that is helpful and not harmful to your lock. Don't damage your locks for any accessories. It's not worth it. Next, positioning is key. You want to make sure that you use the beads and the cuffs not in an identical row, but just use it sparingly throughout your hair. You want to make sure that it flows. So you see how I did one braid on this side and one braid on this side? I wanted these two to match, but I don't have any other accessories through the rest of my head. So this is the look that I'm presenting. If I had a head full of braids like this, I wouldn't do every single braid like this. Maybe the beads, but definitely not the clips. I would put them throughout my head to give it, different angles and different things. You want to balance it out. Balance it out, boo. You want to mix and match thoughtfully. So just as you've seen here today, pairing wooden beads with metal, you want to just make sure that you mix and match textures and colors. That's what makes it pop and that's what makes it more beautiful. Also want to make sure that it's comfortable. Please don't put these type of clips close to your scalp where you have to hurt yourself in order to clamp it, okay? You want to make sure that if you're doing anything closer to your locks, closer to your scalp, just bring it down like an inch or two so it's not at your scalp. You don't want to cause any irritation. You don't want to scratch your scalp. You don't want to cause any damage, especially when you're sleeping. You know, how can you sleep with the jewelry just pressed up against your scalp like that? And I know people are wondering, how can you sleep with Bantu knots? Pretty comfortably, actually. You want to clean your lock jewelry. Okay, so don't keep your lock jewelry on forever. I know people have permanent like sprinkles and stuff. Those are fine. You want to make sure that you get the lock jewelry that can withstand washing your hair. But more things like this, where this is not real, this is just a cheap piece of metal, you want to take this out before you wash your hair so this does not cause damage to your locks. Also with the beads, you want to take the beads out and the string out, whatever you're using. Take it out before you wash your locks, clean the jewelry, and you can put it back in. These, I just throw them away. So I wouldn't bother cleaning these, but if you have jewelry that's like maybe 14 karat gold or sterling silver, you want to take it out, clean it thoroughly, and then put them away before you use them again. And last but not least, guys, have fun. Okay, this is supposed to be a fun style. This is supposed to be something that speaks to your personality. Mix and match. Find something that you like. You don't have to follow the standards of what you see people do. It's your head. Have fun. Don't do too much, but just have a great time, guys. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today on day 18 of our 30-day Loc Care series. Until next time, guys. Accessorize!